Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream of Raven Plays. I'm your humble host, Raven800. It is the 4th of July in the year 2021, and I felt like celebrating real quick with a little weird game that I found on Steam called Rise of Liberty, which basically takes place during the 17th century American Revolutionary War. Pretty nifty little game. It's cheaply made, but I don't know. I funnily enough found this game because I was looking for something that used muskets and would like utilize or have some kind of musket warfare. And I saw games like I think it's the Rise of Rights or whatever, the Civil War one, and I thought, oh man, that looks so cool, but it's like, you gotta play it online, it's an always online thing, there are no bots to play against, and surprisingly enough, this game kinda does it right, because the bots all kinda line up in a formation, and they actually volley fire, which is pretty interesting. But nonetheless, it's a pretty interesting game. It takes place obviously during the American Revolutionary War, and it has 5 key battles that took place during the war. You have the Battle of Lexington, which pretty much has little historical notes here as well. April 1775 marks the historical battles of Lexington and Concord, where British troops were sent to confiscate colonial weapons, only to meet an untrained mob of angry militia. The militia defeated roughly 700 British soldiers, giving the colonials, a boost of determination for the war ahead after this unexpected victory. And I believe that was the event known as the shot heard around the world. You also have Bunker Hill, the Battle of Saratoga, Battle of Trenton, and the Battle of Yorktown. So let's go ahead and go through these one by one, get into the game, see how it plays, and look at the weapons and see what they have. Let's start with the Battle of Lexington. Now, the Battle of Lexington was supposed to be just regular, wouldn't necessarily say militia, but regular colonial citizens against the British Army. Lay down your arms, ye rebel bastards, or something like that. And the colonials were told, specifically, do not fire unless fired upon. Well, one thing led to another. Someone pulled the trigger, and if I had to guess, it was probably the American colonials, because, well, the British were coming to take their weapons, and Lord knows they weren't about to surrender those weapons. But let's go ahead and take a look at the weapons real quick. Now, I have everything unlocked because I've actually played the game to unlock everything. But when you first start out, you only have the smoothbore musket, or wow, I think it's the brown bass? I forget exactly, the brown bess. And then you have the flintlock pistol. As you progress in the game by, getting racking up more kills, you unlock more weapons like the saber, the axe pistol, the blunderbuss, the Kentucky long rifle, the hand mortar, the Ferguson rifle, the lance, and the bow. But when you first start out, you start off with the smoothbore musket. So it's pretty cool. I kind of like the game. For a simplified game, they actually get it right, almost, when it comes to the smoothbore musket. And you'll note that I'm not calling it a rifle, and that's because rifle implies that it has some kind of rifling in the barrel. Smoothbore muskets did not. They were essentially, handheld cannons with a flintlock mechanism. But yeah, they actually do a pretty good job getting the reloading animations right. So I'll just go ahead and show it. Pull the trigger. That's your one shot. Then you have to take the cartridge, load the primer, the little resting bay, then shove the cartridge in with the bullet, push the ramrod down, then pull back the flint, or pull back the cocking mechanism, and then you're ready for your next shot. So the flintlock musket, or the smoothbore musket, only has an effective range of, I believe, 40 meters. Anything past that and you were basically missing, because the bullet in that musket barrel, or in that, yeah, the bullet in the ball bullet in that, was it a ball bullet, ball bearing, is bouncing around or rattling around in that freaking barrel there, because there was no rifling. The rifling added a level of control to the ball bearing, allowed it to fly in a more straight path. Now, if I remember correctly, there were actually rifles during this time period as well. The Kentucky long rifle, for example, I believe was created in 1750, and I believe was used. Like, there's a reason why it's called the Kentucky rifle. It was used in the States during the 17th century. Now, the problem with the Kentucky rifle, though, is that you couldn't affix bayonets on it because the bayonets that they had, apparently, did not fit the barrel of the rifle. Because if I remember correctly, the smoothbore musket was a smooth barrel, a smooth cylindrical barrel, and then the Kentucky rifle had a more hexagonal design to allow for that rifling. So it's pretty much I guess, to go over the game mode, it's pretty much just a conquest game mode. You go around the map, you capture flags, and you pretty much just run out the enemy's tickets. Well, it's actually first team that gets to 1,000 tickets, I believe. I think it's pretty cool that all these bots will actually line up and start firing. I remember I was watching I guess, I'm not sure if it was a documentary, but it was more along the lines of, like, I guess an informative demonstration of sorts, where they were showcasing, like, you know, the British Redcoat and the American dress blues. And one of the things that the guy was saying as he was demonstrating was, you know, why would you know, like, in today's world, you know, we have camouflage and all that stuff, and you're probably asking, you know, why in the world would you wear something so brightly colored in a war zone? And the reason for that was because, well, when you see how much smoke gets kicked up by the muskets when they pop off. Imagine standing in a line formation you're like everyone fires off a volley of they fire off a volley of rounds. You're basically putting a wall of smoke between you and the enemy. So, at any time, if the enemy decided to affix bayonets and charge through the smoke, you know, you only had like a very limited window of opportunity to identify your target and react. I just got shot and died. But, let's go ahead and spectate to see how they're doing on their own. But yeah, it was, that was essentially, you know, their key identifying colors. The bright red and the bright, or the deep navy blue. So that you could tell who's on, like, who's who. Because, like, if you have a line in front of you, and they charge through the smoke, and something goes wrong, and they start retreating, last thing you want to do is shoot your friend as soon as he comes through the smoke, thinking that he was, you know, he was on the other side. So the best way to do that was to wear matching colors, matching uniforms, and stuff like that. Brightly colored uniforms at that, so that they can actually identify you quickly. There was apparently an example of friendly fire when I believe it was the British were fighting against the French, and they had a regiment of, I want to say, Scottish soldiers that wore green instead of the British red, and the French were also wearing like a deep olive green, and there was an incident where British soldiers ended up shooting their Scottish allies because they couldn't tell the difference between their green fatigues and the French green fatigues. Alright, so that was the Battle of Lexington. Continue. Historical battles. I believe the next one is Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill. The Battle of Bunker Hill took place on June 17th, 1775, in Massachusetts, marking one of America's first losses to the British. However, even though America lost this battle, their forces brought major casualties against the enemy and gave the colonials a significant boost in courage. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use the Kentucky rifle, kind of demonstrate that. Weapon select. Kentucky long rifle. Equipped with a rifled barrel for deadly precision, capable of firing 6 rounds per minute, same as the smoothbore, and is accurate up to 200 meters. Now, if I remember correctly, the Kentucky long rifle was mostly, before the war anyway, mostly used for hunting, since the smoothbore musket was obviously more used for warfare, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the smoothbore musket was also used for hunting as well. I'd have to do more research on that. These are weapons that are unfortunately alien to me because being born in the 21st century, or the 20th century, I should say. Actually, so the 19th century, wouldn't that be the 19th century? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take that, and I don't know, I guess a saber, just in case we get too close. We're pretty much just gonna be, oh, okay, they spawned me out here. Fun. Oh wait, no, this is okay. So this map is kind of weird because when I first played this map, it spawned me out where the British start, and we had to fall back into Bunker Hill. Now, I'm kind of confused because there should be cannons here, shouldn't there? Hang on. Needs more clan tech. Hey, Sentius, welcome to the stream. Needs more clan tech. Yeah, I guess so. Technically, back then, the Ferguson rifle that the British developed would be considered that clan tech because it was really advanced technology for its time. Let me see something real quick. Okay. I don't know if that bleeds into the historical battles, but I'm pretty sure there should be cannons on Bunker Hill. I mean, it's a freaking bunker for crying out loud. Yes, they have cannons now. Okay, perfect. Great, great, great. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and deploy. I've got my Kentucky rifle here. And there go the cannons. And where are you guys going? Where's everybody going? I'm lost. Alright, Bunker Hill is just north of here, so... Not that I would know which way north is, 'cause I don't have a compass. Oh, geez, here they come. Whoa! Holy shit! Did you see that? Freaking cannonball was coming right at me! Holy crap! Oh my god. You know, I was actually watching another video documentary where they were taught, like, it was like a reenactment of the Civil War, and they said that, you know, a lot of Civil War veterans had documented being able to see cannonballs coming at them when they would fire when they would fire off. And it's like, you know, you don't understand how terrifying that is until you actually see it for yourself. This massive ball just flying at you. Like, Jesus. Oh god, their cavalry's breaking through. Oh, jeez. They've broken the lines. Oh, Jesus. Wait, switch. There we go. Yeah. I'm dead. God, that saber is not good at all. I'd much prefer, at that point, I'd probably much prefer the bayonet. Oh wow, they are inside the camp. We've got to defend the flag. Can't get a clear shot. Oh, somebody please shoot him. There you go. Oh, gee. Oh, my God! The British are coming! Holy crap! Oh! Oh, my God. That must have been absolutely terrifying to see back then. Jesus. Outnumbered 10-1. Hell, just shoot blindly. You're bound to hit something. Oh, jeez. Come on. I missed. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Came up right behind him. Fall back to the inner wall. Oh, God, it's a bloody siege. Oh no! The flag is falling! Dead to the last man! Jesus, man. Absolute chaos. Not bad for a polygonal looking game like this, you know? The developers, they did a pretty decent job. It's a very simple game. Single player, of course, single player only. But I'm sure if someone could design some kind of multiplayer, and it would probably be like the Civil War games that we have now. I forget, what is that one called, Sentius? Is it the Dawn of Rights or the Rise of Rights or something like that? I forget exactly what it's called. War of Rights? This guy's just flexing on this soldier with his flute. Shut up. Yeah. This guy was just flexing on him with his flute. I was just trying to rally the troops. Yeah. Eat lead. Well, we were supposed to lose this one, and we damn near did. I mean, really not a whole heck of a lot of us left. Then again, there's only 9 of them alive. War of Rights, yes, okay, that's what it was called. A Civil War game. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that even though we won, this was still a loss. Because there is literally nobody, like almost nobody left. So, hey, even when we lose, we win. Nah, I'm kidding. Alright, on to the next battle. The Battle of Saratoga. Battle of Saratoga, comprising 2 significant battles during September and October of 1777, was a crucial victory for the Patriots during the American Revolution and is considered the turning point of the Revolutionary War. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and cheat, and I'm going to demonstrate the Ferguson rifle. Ferguson rifle was a British-made rifle during the century that was actually the first breech-loading rifle in history, capable of firing 15 rounds per minute compared to the smoothbore and Kentucky rifle's 6 rounds per minute, due to its breech barrel technology or breech loading technology. And it had a very unique breech loading mechanic as well. Very hard to describe, so I'll just go ahead and show it to you. Oop, don't want 2 of the same rifle. Actually, let me get a freaking axe pistol. German-made axe pistol. Not the same rate of fire as a standard flintlock pistol, but you get the added benefit of having an axe. So this one, instead of loading a round via the ramrod, you would pop off the round, still a flintlock mechanism, and then check out this reload. You open up the bottom with the trigger guard, load up the cartridge, and then put the bullet in through the breech barrel, and then just load it up and pull back the flint. Like, that's insane, And the British had these rifles, I want to say, late into the war. The only reason why the British soldiers, like not all British soldiers, had this rifle was because the rifle was being developed by a small team or a small group, and they didn't have the manpower at the time to mass produce these rifles. Now, it's kind of scary to think that if this rifle was in the hands of every British soldier at this time, in this time period, they probably would have won the war through sheer firepower alone. Because even though the Kentucky rifle had the range of 200 meters, and they were able to snipe targets from a distance, the Kentucky rifle the Ferguson rifle had the rate of fire advantage with its breech loading technology, and it was accurate up to 100 meters. So more fire downrange, kind of overrides the idea of he who shoots first wins. Now look at this. This shit's nuts. I mean, it's not gonna do much against advancing bayonets, but you get what I mean here. All right, let's go back to Smoothbore musket. No, the blunderbuss is an interesting device because you see this weapon in like, like in many images where it's like, you have pilgrims, like on Thanksgiving, though the one flintlock weapon that you see the most is like the blunderbuss. And you automatically assume this is like some kind of like ye olden style hunting rifle of some kind. No. It was a shotgun. Okay, fine. Fuck you too then. Freaking charging at me on horseback and then not giving me the time of day to run me through. Jeez, see if I care. Now, not a lot of colonists actually owned a blunderbuss, apparently. There were a few, though, that were recovered by the British soldiers when they were retrieving the weapons, or when they were policing weapons from the colonists. I think it was like, I want to say like, in one colony they had like 20 blunderbuss? Shit. Alright, I'm going back to my Kentucky rifle, sorry. Oh, man. Boy. Jeez. You're just letting them rain death on you guys, huh? I think I just shot the fiddler. Fiddler, flautist, Faraday, I don't know what it's called. Comes the next wave. Oh, okay. I guess my bullet missed. Ooh. Turn this cannon around, shall we? Fire! Fire! Now, in reality, that one would have tumbled into that line of redcoats. Fire! Come on! Oh! That round actually went through, like, I think it went between those two soldiers. Yeah, we ride. I said we ride. Yeah. Faster. Ride me closer, I want to hit them with my axe. That's what I said. Oh, jeez. Ah. Oh, jeez. They pushed us back to our staging point. Oh, jeez. That's an impressive sight. Holy crap. Don't mind me, I'm just a skirmisher. I shoot and scoot. I ain't up for this line, like this line barrage. This is an absolutely atrocious form of warfare, though. The rules of engagement, the battle doctrines of this time period. God. Ah, somebody! Ah! I was gonna be like, somebody get these damn redcoats off me! I fear the battle is coming to a close and we may actually lose this one. I mean, hell, it's only fair. We won the last one even though we were supposed to lose, right? Holy crap, the British are coming. This is our final stand. Pretty sure the turning point of this war didn't end like this. Jesus, dude! Watch where you point that thing. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. They're flanking. Oh! Well, I think it's safe to say we lost this one. Even though this was supposed to be the turning point. But hey, it's a video game. Oh, man. Well, wait a second. It's a British victory, but we still have 66 men alive compared to their 4. So the only reason why they won was because they captured all the flags. Oh, that's dumb. Oh well. They may have won points. They may have won in points, but we won in numbers. Ha! So we win! Her! Another victory for the United States. Well, the 13 colonies. There we go. Alright, next is the iconic Battle of Trenton. Christmas Day, 1776. General George Washington's army journeyed across icy Delaware. For 10 days following, they collected 2 vital victories of the American Revolution. One of those being the Battle of Trenton on December 26. Alright. We have arrived. Crossing the icy Delaware on boats. So we can flank those British. Wait, we had cannons? You know what? I'm not even going to argue. Imagine how cold it is out here. The frigid conditions they had to fucking fight through. Messing with this damn gun. Your fingers are numb. Oh, jeez! We got finished. Whoa! Jeez, and the outgoing cannons are just as unnerving. That sucks, he was already dead. That's a waste of a shot. looks like we've taken the town. I think that's all of them. Yeah, looks like that was it. Stragglers here. The last bit of resistance. Jeez! There it is. Alright, and now for the final battle in this lineup. The Battle of Yorktown. The Siege of Yorktown in 1781 marks the final battle of the Revolution. American and French troops. I still cannot pronounce that word. Beleaguered? I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. The British Army at Yorktown, Virginia. Their final attack began on October 14th, led by French General Comte de Rochambeau. I probably butchered that name, and I apologize for that for any historians out there. After capturing 2 British defenses, British General Lord Cornwallis and his 9,000 troops surrendered. Let's see if we have any luck. I'm going to try the hand mortar. I'm going to link up with this regiment over here. Now, one of the interesting features in this game is that you can actually take control of small regiments of men. So, for example, I hit the 4 key. I now have 22 men following me into battle. And they will continue to follow me in this line formation. I could recruit more men. And I have 25 men. I have 57 men, including cavalry. Now I'm going to recruit these men here. Men total. And I'm going to tell them to affix bayonets and charge. Fix bayonets and charge! Oh, can't give orders when you're dead, though. See if I can't get in quicker here. There we go. Oh, shit. They regrouped fast. I'm gonna test this baby out. Ooh, that's a good hit. Oh, shit. think this is by far the hardest map in this game. Because the British have like a perfect defensive line here. And it's almost impossible to break through. And every time you do kind of break their line, they end up reinforcing it really quick. Yeah, my rounds are falling short. That round just hit absolutely nothing. That should have killed somebody. Go! I'd fucking charge in with you, but I don't have bayonet. Alright, time to lead by example. Blunderbuss, go! Ow. That didn't hit anybody. You all come with me. Holy shit. Alright, we gotta make a big push here. Fixed bayonets, charge! I said charge! Ha! Yeah. Ah! I died. Spectate. See if I can get back in here. Affix bayonets and charge! Oh god. Why did I hit the reload button? Yeah, oh god, I stabbed the wrong guy. I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry. Oh wow, that took out at least 5 dudes. Spectate. Christ, look at that. They didn't even flinch. Charge! Yeah! Yeah, I said, yeah! That's it, man. Push them back. Run them through. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Get on the point. Oh god, I hit the reload button. I hit the reload button. I made a terrible. What are you doing? No, 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 I hit the reload button. Ah! Driver! Well, that's all the reinforcements we got. Oh, wow. Caught that one. Ooh. We'll just say this was wave 1. We'll just say that we've experienced the first wave on Yorktown. It was a massive it was a massive loss of life on both sides. And then wave 2 came in and actually finished the war. Oh, there you have it. That was Rise of Liberty. I mean, it's a pretty decent game for what it is. Single player only game. Not bad. Figured I'd play it on the 4th just to commemorate the Revolutionary War that brought on the 4th of July. But in all actuality, even though the 17th century war, the Revolutionary War, is the most remembered, there was, you know, the War of 1800s where British came back and they actually invaded and captured the capital and burned the Capitol building to the ground. But we did end up winning that war as well. But let's be honest, back then nobody won that war. It was an egregious loss of life because of the military doctrines and the weapons of the primal weapons of the time. And it just, the sacrifices that were made were just undeniably high on both sides, not just, you know, the US, or not just the colonial, not just from the 13 colonies, but also on the British side as well. So war is bad, okay, but the necessary evil at times, it seems. nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching, especially those who stuck around to the end. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to watch more videos and catch me live streaming in the future whenever I have the time. And if you like what you saw, hit that like button. Let me know you want to see more videos. It is the 4th of July, which means there's going to be a lot of explosions out there, but there's also going to be a lot of shooty bang bangs, aka people are going to be firing off weapons in the air because that's their God-given right, goddammit. But do be careful out there. Drink responsibly. Celebrate responsibly. Don't blow up your house. Don't blow up your neighborhood. And for God's sakes, don't blow up your backyard. Anyway, thanks again for watching. As always, I'm your humble host, Raven800. I hope you all have yourselves a good night, a wonderful 4th of July celebration, and I hope to see you all next time. Take care of yourselves.